best.
Number two, you look at LaShawn McCoy. Let me tell y'all something right now. This is a bad man. Arguably the best running back in the game, but we'll debate that a little bit later on in the show. You look at Macklin, you look at Avant. I know Deshaun Jackson's going to do his thing if he can keep his head straight. The reality is this. The defense as well, coming together. Everything is in place right now. As far as I'm concerned, what you have been seeing from the Eagles over the last 2 weeks is a recipe of things to come. They will go on a roll. They will win the NFC East. They will definitely make the playoffs, and I'm predicting they're going to the NFC Championship game, just like I said at the beginning of the season, before they lose to Green Bay.
After you jumped off the bandwagon?
No, I said, no. You asked me a direct question and said, how did they look? I said they looked like garbage, and they did when doing that 4-game losing.
And you were concerned about whether or not they'd turn it around,
That's
too.
right. I was concerned, but I didn't give up on them.
No,
I didn't.
you never jumped off.
I didn't
jump off.
I said what I said.
I'm going to say
Learn
this.
to do that.
I'm going to say this now, and I will say it later in the show.
Yes.
LaShawn McCoy has turned into the best back in football.
That's a debate, but go ahead.
It's not debatable.
It is debatable.
But that's the only thing I like about this Eagles team.
That's
the only thing I trust about this Eagles team, because that was the first time that your man Michael Vick had looked like that Vick of that Monday Nighter last year at Washington when he was so all-time spectacular. He went 12 games without looking like that, and all of a sudden, on a night of nights in Philadelphia, coming off a bye against a Cowboy team that I thought quit in that game. I thought they just said, you want it, you can have it.
Not to tell
okay,
you,
well, I just said.
They haven't lost since I touched them.
Okay.
Since you anointed them.
I think they haven't lost, but go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Can you sweat on Skip Bayless for a little bit?
Anoint him.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is
I don't trust the defense. I don't trust the offensive line. I definitely don't trust those little receivers who can be intimidated in big games.
It's funny that you mention those little receivers, because when you look at that game, you look at the way the Eagles are set up. They're primarily a passing team, but right now the Eagles are leading the league in rushing yards. They're running the ball.
You know why?
That's why
LaShawn
McCoy is becoming that back that you're talking about.
It's not just LaShawn McCoy. Michael Vick is looking to run the football, which is making defenses pause. That creates everything.
But
They caught on to the fact that he was staying in the pocket and trying to be a pocket passer.
I understand that, but when you have the receivers like Jeremy Macklin and Deshaun Jackson, and you have Jason Avant in there, and teams have to cover those guys, you're pushing those safeties back, and you're allowing LaShawn McCoy to run the football a little bit better. And one thing that he does that a lot of running backs can't do, he makes the first man miss with those razor sharp cuts that he's cutting.
Yeah.
So that's what's making this team